Repetitive, uninspired, and greedy is how the gaming industry has felt for me the past few years. But then I played Judgment, a straightforward, fun, captivating world brimming with life, and it has been living rent-free in my head for the past few weeks. You play as Yagami, a private investigator navigating a crime-filled Yakuza world, tailing suspects, going undercover, gathering evidence, and punching your way through the chaos. Just a heads up, there will be minor spoilers ahead if you haven't played the game. The story hooks you fast with a murder mystery that only deepens as the game unfolds. Twists, turns, and a web of complex relationships keep you guessing, because here, many characters have a history dating 3 to even 20 years back. The characters have to question what they know and who they look up to in order to get to the truth. And by the end, seeing how far each of them have grown is beautiful. Death, redemption, honor, betrayal, and friendship. These themes scream through the chapters. And honestly, there's so much to uncover that I think you should just experience it for yourself. So beyond the story lies the gameplay. Yagami has 2 fighting styles. Red and I think it's Crane. It's blue. I had to Google it because I didn't use it much. Okay, listen to me. It felt slow and way too kick heavy for me. I wanted those quick jabs. So by chapter 2, I was all in on Red Tiger. Now, I'll be real, the combat didn't hit like Yakuza 0. Yagami can't chuck whole motorcycles across the street or switch between a whole bunch of fighting styles. But as you level up his skill tree, the damage and combo flow really starts to shine. The best part? Interacting with the world. See a bicycle? You can swing it. Street signs, traffic cones, or even fallen enemies' weapon. If it's there, it's yours. Plus, those cinematic takedowns when you hit triangle, so satisfying. For balance, takedowns drain from your combat gauge, but land a few combos and it refills fast. You can unleash these takedowns from all kinds of angles, off walls, from the ground, or with weapons in hand. It's stylish and fun. In this game, you can shop at grocery stores and grab food from restaurants, or fast food joints. What's cool is that when you eat at a restaurant, Yagami actually sits down and does this eating animation. But it's not just for show. You get health and SP, the game's XP points, which means that fast food spots aren't just background filler. They actually reward you for exploring the city. I didn't figure this out until late game. Yeah, don't be like me. I was out here surviving on instant ramen cups and sandwiches. If I had known earlier that dining out meant healing and XP, I would have been feasting from the start. Oh, and get this. One time eating at a restaurant triggered a surprise cutscene where I met the owner. Gotta love these little moments. Running through the streets of Kamurocho isn't exactly smooth sailing because there are NPCs everywhere. And to me, that's a big deal. So many games nowadays feel empty, just vast, barren spaces or a lifeless checklist, especially open world games. The last time I felt a world truly alive with NPCs was Assassin's Creed 2. I loved how you constantly bump into people carrying boxes or working. Now, I'm not saying there aren't games doing this today, but you'd think there'd be more. What, another AC game like Unity? Okay, Witcher 3 had tons of NPCs. They would even run under trees when it would rain. I know it sounds silly, but I liked little stuff like that. I played Cyberpunk at launch, and bugs aside, the city felt empty. But Kamurocho, it's different. You're not just running through a crowd, the city reacts to you. Side quests pop up naturally, like a guy passed out on the street asking you to help him get a drink. Or a quick errand that turns into a full side story. It even gave me a Saints Row 2 vibe because of how often you see the homeless people around the city. Plus, you've got Yakuza roaming around ready to throw hands at any moment. Some even turn into mini bosses with massive health bars. And those fights can turn into side quests also. I played Judgment on my PS5, and yeah, it was pretty and smooth at 60 FPS. I like that consistency. While the character models look great overall, I couldn't help but notice the backgrounds weren't as sharp or detailed. And the faces, sometimes they give off that stiff PS2 era face, especially if you stare too long. If you didn't notice it, good for you, but I did. And honestly, I just wish Yagami had more facial expressions. Don't get me wrong, it's not terrible, but during the intense cutscenes, his stiff reactions sometimes killed the mood for me. That said, the less detailed backgrounds actually made the up-close details pop. The devs put their focus where it mattered most. The clothes and hair physics, smooth. Plus, they use depth of field a lot, which blurs out the background anyway, and keeps your eyes on what's important. So, you're probably already typing in the comments, how is that the future of gaming? Well, hear me out. The writing, the gameplay, the world, and the character building, they were so much bigger than my little gripes. Sure, the game isn't the prettiest, but it knows exactly where to focus. You can see where the devs made graphical cuts, and honestly, it paid off. The gameplay, straight up fun. The characters, full of quirky charm, and the world, you can actually walk into many of the buildings and interact inside them, which adds so much life to Kamurocho. Yeah, the stiff faces bugged me, especially towards the end. But the story, the stakes kept rising, pulling me in deeper. And that mattered more to me than being able to read the labels on chip bags in the trash can like you can in Spider-Man PS5. Don't get me wrong, I love those games. But honestly, I'd trade all that label reading detail for more stealth options, combat animations, or just gameplay interactions. Judgment ran me about 25 to 6 hours, which was great for me. I like my games with good pacing. 10 to 25 hours, or a little bit more if the writing is good, is my sweet spot. I hate when games bloat their length, but Judgment, it never overstayed its welcome. And the side missions, honestly, I didn't do many, and for good reason. The story had me hooked, but the few I did play, it was worth it. I remember randomly triggering a side mission when I saw a wig fly past me. Yeah, a wig! A guy asked me to chase it down, turned into this whole crazy chase scene. And it turned out that he was a movie star. Short, hilarious, and fun. Not every side mission is that quick, but the variety? Much appreciated. This game really puts into perspective for me what actually matters in a video game. Fun gameplay, an interesting story, memorable characters, and a world that pulls you in, all while looking good doing it. So what about you? If you've played Judgment before, drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear them. And if this is your first time hearing about the game, does it have you curious enough to check it out? Let me know. And as always, take care.